This might be one of the worst garages I've ever seen. And unfortunately, it's all mine. And it's going to need some serious TLC before I can sell this house. Check it out. Forest green, mustard yellow, courtesy of me and my kids about 20 years ago. And my walls, they're riddled with animal holes. They have random boards and other holes, courtesy of my ex. And this fuzzy texture wall, that's either fireproofing or a bad decision from a previous owner. I'm a solo homesteader trying to move from Illinois to my own 6 acres in the Pacific Northwest. But before I can leave, this house has to sell, and this garage in its current state is going to make that difficult. Now let's set some expectations on this project early. This is not an HGTV makeover, and I am not a professional home builder. I'm not chasing perfect. I'm going for good enough to sell, and on a budget, a real budget. I don't want to overinvest in a place that I'm leaving behind. This first weekend, I'm focusing on damage control. It turns out I've been running a winter resort for some local varmints. So this weekend I spent a couple of days sealing holes. So many holes. For the bigger ones, I use these metal bag patches. They're super thin, self-adhesive, and incredibly easy to work with. A little mud over the top and they blend in really fast. There is another hole in the eaves that's going to have to wait, though. A family of blackbirds moved in this spring. I'll seal that one up once the babies move out. I'm not completely heartless. Now, my goal is to keep this entire garage transformation under $2,000, and that includes one splurge, Trusscore, hopefully just for one wall. My big question has been, how many walls will actually need it? I have an unknown about this fuzzy wall. It's a wild card. Paint won't stick to the surface, I'll have to cover it in Trusscore too, and that would blow my budget pretty fast. So I tested the wall this weekend. I patched the holes, cleaned it up, and hit it with a good primer. First coat, yeah, you can see the brown bleeding through from the fuzzy stuff. It's not encouraging. But once it dried, it was clear that with a few more coats, paint is actually going to work. And that's a big one. No Trusscore needed on this wall. While I was at it, I tackled these side windows, also known as Spider Resort. I cleaned them up, evicted what felt like thousands of spiders. I fixed the failed ceiling around the edges that was letting daylight and weather in, and repainted the metal guards. And then I painted the raw trim black. Yeah, the textured yellow glass isn't exactly modern, but still this little bit of work has made a huge improvement in how these things look overall. I'm pretty happy with them. So far I made about $200, spent on primer, paint, patches, and the drywall mud. I've got a solid start, but I was hoping to get a little further this weekend. Unfortunately, the patches are taking forever to dry. We've had nonstop storms and the humidity is not helping. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with the progress. Now, part 2 is where this hopefully all really comes together. I'll be installing the Trusscore feature wall, finishing these scrap wood cabinets off to try to make them look a little bit better. I'll be fixing the garage door, some electrical, and the garage door seal. So far it's not perfect, but it's already brighter in a completely different space, and one step closer to getting this house sold and getting me to the Pacific Northwest. Oh, before I go, quick update on my well. If you saw the last video, you know I failed the first water test, and I can't get a permit to build without clean water. After that water test failure, a helpful neighbor informed me that some wells in the area had also hit brackish water, which is like salt water. So I was stressed. One test failed, another one at risk, and if I don't get a passing score, I don't get a building permit. But the well company came back, shocked the system with some sort of cleaner, pumped out the cleaner, and retested it, and the test came back just yesterday. No coliform. And the chloride test came back. No salt. I officially have potable water. That's a massive step towards my building permit, and thankfully closes the door on one of my biggest, scariest risks I took on this property. Next week in part 2, I'm going to finish this garage, hopefully, and attempt my first ever installation of Trusscore. This should be interesting, because I've never done that before. I'm Margot, and this is 6 Acre Solo. Thanks for watching.